So, here we are for episode number 10 of Tomb of Annihilation. Last session was just a bloodbath. You managed to take out Nyala, the worm-hearted mummy who had been plaguing the area, and in particular Camp Vengeance.
She's mean.
So that menace has passed. You've neutralised her. And you are, at the moment, standing atop the ruins of her tomb. And you're, I believe, deciding what to do next. So.
Back to town, healing potions feeling really cooked.
Well, I presume whatever, you're going to head back to Camp Vengeance, are you? Where the canoes are and stuff.
Oh yes, we have to go back to
Definitely.
Camp Vengeance. Yeah, I forgot about that bit.
Which apparently is west of us, not east of us. So
Apologies.
we unexpectedly crossed the river. So in theory, we don't need to go back to Camp Vengeance. We just need to go back to the riverbank where we have stowed the boats we forgot that we used to cross the river.
Yeah, that's weird.
This is
How
true.
do you finish the quest if you don't go back to the one who gave it?
I wonder who drew this. I wonder who put us on that map. Okay, so we have to get back in our canoes. Is there anything we want to get from this camp before we go in the canoes? Because I'm disliking the bug selection currently, and I would prefer to get some, proper meat selection. Or
We
even
can hunt
proper
particular
vegetables.
meats, but certain areas do not. Oh, you want the vegetables? I can.
I
can forage.
Proper vegetables, not any of this funny Bernie stuff.
Burny stuff? Do you mean like chili pepper? That's
Anything that goes into my mouth that comes out as if something was on fire. I don't want that.
okay. I will try to pick things that will not upset a sensitive. It is good to know this. But we will have to go back to the boats before Camp Vengeance. Camp Vengeance is on the other side of the river.
How did we get across this river?
By the boats, which we have left on this side of the river.
Okay, let's get back on. Can we get back on the boats and just get back and stop all this arguing?
Are you sure about that? I can't remember crossing the river.
No, that's why I said out of character. There was a glitch in Skellen's east-west navigation.
Yeah, the
I-
GM.
I effectively circled Camp Vengeance on this side of the river, but somehow picked up the trail of the undead on the other side of the river, and that's what we followed.
Yeah, nothing to see here. Move along.
I'm that good. That is that good at tracking.
You are. There's a problem with it being that side of the river, though, because that side you will pleasantly find hasn't been tainted by the undead. So that's why.
See, I just assumed Nyala was a forward scouting force attempting to taint this side of the river with the undead, but
I see. No,
Did it
sorry.
look tainted? I wasn't under the impression that there was anything particular about that jungle. But then again, I wasn't under the impression that we ever crossed the river, so...
yeah.
Yep, it was
Bit
my
of
error.
retconning.
Yes. Never mind. I will, however, for at least for the moment, slash the encounters down. I will take a roll, though, 1d20 roll.
Okay.
Alright,
I haven't done that one for a while.
so let's give you all a long rest to start off with, shall we?
Yeah, because I think the plan was we were moving away from the location that was near the tomb to somewhere safe, resting, and then heading back to Camp Vengeance to give them the good news, I'm assuming. I was going to ask you, Skellen, on the way back, obviously, I know it's a number of miles, but as we're crossing the river by Camp Vengeance, it looks like we've got a clear view to the south, and there's one single heck showing what looks like not jungle.
Let's have a look at that.
Or is that where the X is?
Basically,
Now below Camp
that
Vengeance.
heck's there. Yeah, directly
Oh.
below Camp Vengeance. It looks like where the river goes. There's almost a slight curve the river.
Oh, yes, yeah.
The river splits, doesn't it, by the looks of it there?
Probably says
It goes
this
either
is where
side.
all the creatures come to feed in the water and they're going to kill you.
Do you mean this square here?
Yes. I'm going to delete my raise.
Okay. Yes, indeed. As you, if you wish to, or I guess even with your earlier scouting, you will know that to the south, this whole region actually opens up into a large basin called the Aldani Basin.
Okay.
I'll reveal it on the revealable map.
It's a basin
A
like
bit of it.
where asteroid hits. Is that what basin is? A big dent in the ground?
It could be. If it's that kind of basin, it could have been sort of an asteroid impact. Oh yeah, because that's almost exactly. Oh, that is that
I
the
don't,
that bit on the map looks slightly different.
I don't see what you're seeing. Are you looking at a different map than me?
On the
get the
player's
map
chart
from-
complete, it's just revealed an extra bit.
Two maps.
So
Yeah.
essentially, to our south, the jungle does open up.
Hmm.
Don't wanna go there.
Maps have you given me?
The
Where am I on this map?
Okay,
There.
probably if we use the one without the labels on, so I can reveal it as we go along. Now, the other one I just shared because it has some labels on, which might help you to tell where places like Port Nyanzaru are. So that can be just as a reference.
Can
for
we
you.
add? Can we add pins to the player's chart one? Is that not something we can do?
You can if you create a note. So on the right hand side in the sidebar, I think there should be a button that says notes.
Mm-hmm.
Is there? I can't find it myself now. Okay, if you create a
Fort
note,
Vengeance.
I should be able to share it. I don't think you can for some reason, but I need to, and I can drop the
I've
pin
ticked
on
it as public.
Cool. So let me have a look. I can't find the notes.
Second one down on my page.
Oh, it's right at the top on mine. Have a look. And you've called it Fort Vengeance John shared. I see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it working.
Oh, see a green pin now,
Should be a
Oh,
green
okay.
pen on there.
and it's just moved.
Yeah.
Yep, I can mouse over that and see Fort Vengeance. Cool.
So you should be able to then write
two
on
there
that
now.
note, and you should be able to add things to the note. And hopefully everyone else can see that as well, so you can put your own notes on.
Yeah, we can't drag notes onto the map though. Ourselves.
Yeah, I'll need to do it for you. So if you just ask me, and I will drop them on the map for you.
Camp Righteous. Barton found out the group were mad.
Alright, so that you camp a little way away from the tomb, somewhere you feel more safe, and the night will pass. The area appears alleviated somewhat of the darkness that had cursed it earlier. It seems brighter, and the birds are singing, and the sounds of wildlife seem more proliferous. I don't know.
Prolific.
Prolific, thank you.
Louder and happier.
I knew you're louder and happier, yes. There was a word in there somewhere. Okay, do you manage to spend the next day travelling, and you will reach the banks of the river Shoshenstar and find your canoes there across the other side of the river, which moves somewhat rapidly and is felt pretty shallow here. You can see the fort of Camp Vengeance in there, and you can see the silhouettes of guards standing on the towers. Looks much like as you left it.
As we approach the boat that we don't remember rowing over to here, there's a question that comes to Santa's lips. Oh, in Valia's absence, who was it that rowed the boat across? The other boat, I mean.
What skill do you use to row?
could just
Well, it
tow
would have been barling or wobbling.
What?
Okay, we just tie the other boat. I'll row.
I don't remember anything. I don't know what happened.
Neither does anyone else because none of us remember it happening because it didn't happen. But it did happen.
And you talk about me winding up the GM.
I'll have my vengeance. Actually, I don't care. I'm immune. I make loads of errors. I'm just gotta live with it now.
Oh, Balin, you were concerned about getting more supplies, were you not?
Yes, and a reward for this quest.
The quartermaster, well, the reward we are gesturing toward the boats. This what we had. Oh, but for killing Niala.
Yes, yes.
The quartermaster at Camp Vengeance will probably have supplies you need.
Yes,
So we might not need to go back to town.
we will. Unless he's got more equipment than whenever we left that camp, because I don't think they had enough healing potions because they were using it all on their own men.
Don't think there's that many healing potions back at Neanzaro anyway.
How we know we never went shopping?
Limited, and we spoke to the gentleman that was responsible for healing.
We were speaking to the man who was responsible for Glimmet.
No, Glimmet was looking, and Wayanga was the one who is responsible for healing potions, if I remember correctly. Yeah, arcane stuff. That's what I've written down.
I remember going shopping.
But still, let's see what state the camp is in. Row, splash, row. Oh, look, to the south. The jungle
Okay.
seems to clear.
It's a crocodile.
Can I make out any detail at this range? I know probably not, because each hex is like 10 miles. But does the basin... I'm trying to work out, does the basin go down? How does the river flow out of the basin down?
Okay, let me have a look. I could... okay, let's share this with you.
The magical basin.
The Shoshan Star and Tath rivers flow out of this marshy upland basin. Essentially, the centre of Chult is raised. It gets more mountainous towards the centre, so
Right.
you've been climbing steadily since you left the port. This area is a popular feeding ground for dinosaurs, swarms of biting insects. Tall plateaus and walls of dense foliage enclose the marsh.
That might be a challenge. Just, it's not a jungle. That's all. But that's obviously the way the river flows.
What?
So if we decide to go on to Mbala and beyond, we would either follow the river into the marsh, or we could skirt around the edge, keeping to the jungle edge. All of this is in the middle of the boat. Santa's rolled out the map we got. It's now got a lot more scribbles on it than before, like a note for Camp Vengeance and Mbala and floating rock off to the southeast somewhere,
Cool.
which is a fair few miles away, if I remember correctly. 10, 20, 30, 60, 70, 80, 90. It's 100 miles away, that big floaty rock, according to the revealed bit on the map. Tail end of the previous session, we saw to our south, it's been revealed on the map, in the settings, some kind of sunset or other, there was a large, was it heart-shaped? I think you said, or diamond-shaped, wasn't it? You said, Skellen, a large diamond-shaped
Floating
thing
object.
floating in
Yeah.
the sky.
Oh, that thing. Okay.
Yeah. That's over 100 miles away.
I thought that was a balloon thing.
Mbala is 40 miles direct if our map is correct. Obviously, we do not know the terrain in that direction. But the ruin where the Guardian Naga is further to the west of Umbala.
I'm trying to work out why I don't remember a diamond from last week. I had a big floating diamond. I think I'd be heading that direction. Doesn't matter what the hell.
It was only diamond shaped. It wasn't diamond in consistence. I think it would have been a bit more shiny if it was.
I think I mentioned it about the same time I was doing the rolls on the treasure table, so you perhaps got distracted by that.
Yeah. Oralunga is the ruin where the Guardian Naga resides, according to what Wakanga said. But there's quite a lot of jungle to the west of Umbala.
Let's go back to the camp, get our reward, and then see what we can get there, and then we can work out from there what we're getting, where we're going.
Fine. We're
So
talking
that's
while I'm still rowing, so.
You just talk. Too much talk. Look at the other ones. They all seem to be sleeping,
That's because they're not rowing.
not talking.
There's a slight element of nobody else is rowing in Sanna's voice, but she sucks it up.
Everyone's just sitting there with their feet up,
Exactly.
with the shoes and socks off, dangling them in the water as you're
Don't do that there,
sweating.
Piranha. Oh, no.
I have muted myself, and I was saying things. I forgot. If the sort of terrain flattens out with this plateau, it might be possible to scout a bit ahead, like just from getting a good vantage point, right?
That's a good idea. We may even be able to, if we get a high enough vantage point, we may even be able to see Umbala from a fair distance away.
Yeah.
I do not know what is left of the city, if it is within the jungle, up high. If it is up high, it would be another good vantage point. Get some information from further afield.
Plateau, it's a flat mountain, isn't it?
A plateau would be a mountain with the top cut off.
Yeah, that's right.
Thinking to herself, we're going to have to describe every geographic feature in terms of mountain for the dwarf.
Yes. What sort of mountain?
Describe a plain. Think of a mountain that has been completely mined.
Yes. Completely mined. I like it, John.
And then they did the ultimate sacrilege and planted grass. Respectful of a mountain dwarf.
Oh, take a mountain, remove the mountain, put a bunch of trees in it.
Yeah, that's a forest.
Funny.
Right.
Tie up on the other side.
Yeah.
Do I need to make a roll to safely cross the river, or are we okay at this distance?
You'll be okay to cross the river. I think you're not under any pressure and that kind of thing. Usually you can kind of do most things as long as there's no danger and the like involved. You'll hear a voice carried on the wind, and you hear it sounds like a guard's voice. Here, they're back! I count 5! They're all returned! The gatehouse will swing open and a figure will emerge, that of Pern. She's smiling in your direction. She looks pleased at your return.
Where do your free pets go to, Lionel?
Yeah, where the Fraggles?
They're hiding. They're about.
Their face, so they can glimmer in and out of existence.
I count 5 and an owl and a dinosaur. He adds.
Equal rights for minions.
Yes. Pern greets you as you climb the muddy slope up towards the camp. She smiles in your direction. I'm glad to see you've returned, and look well, she'll note that you've got a few dinks and the like on your armour. Look a little perhaps muddy from your venture into the jungle. But she says,
Fix your drainage system. Why is it still muddy?
how did you do that? Don't believe you did that.
I
did you?
didn't do it, but I'm just saying to her. I thought you fixed your drainage system. Why is it still flooded?
We are unsure how to go about it. We've dug a moat around here, and we're trying to, and ditches holes for the water to run through, but it just doesn't seem to drain properly. I think it must just be the amount of rainfall we get here.
It does rain quite aggressive.
Has anybody got any skills that they may be able to use?
Well, you mean plumbing?
Plumbing skills?
What about performance? I could do a rain dance.
It wouldn't make it worse, though.
Anyone got any skills that would make it better rather than worse?
Nope. I have. Does anyone have anything to do with grounds? Because I've got mason's tools, but it only works with rock, and this isn't rock.
No.
Wood.
Smith's tools. That's not.
Sorry, go ahead. Okay. So she'll say, but I'm glad you've returned. And the main thing, the evil Noala, did you locate her?
She won't be bothering you anymore. I think.
Yeah.
She seemed pretty dead.
She has been put to rest.
She's been killed again, so she's now dead. She's a dead, undead, dead thing.
Thank you. We were indeed blessed by the gods when you visited us. Please, come in. We will see to it you have lodging for the night if you wish it, and a warm meal. I'm sure you must be tired.
Getting a warm meal. Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to get a warm meal. Last time it didn't work out too well for me, but this time maybe I'll get the warm meal.
Sadly,
Maybe if you don't steal it,
supplies are getting a little low, but we've managed to get some of the local fare.
See, supplies are getting low.
So I'll let you unpack, and we could meet for dinner if you wish.
Yes, we'll do that. I'll go to my tent inside a tent, and
Okay.
I don't have spare clothing, so I'll come back exactly like the way I am at the minute.
Has anyone got anything they wish to do in Camp Vengeance before the dinner?
Spare clothes.
Didn't someone want to raid it of all its
Oh, we wanted to go and see what do we call that guy again?
Quartermaster.
Sana? Quartermaster.
The quartermaster. I cannot remember his name, unfortunately. I remember Pern. I remember Sister Saya. Unfortunately, I've forgotten the.
Also, if we want to do some scouting ahead, maybe if someone has a spyglass, it would be nice to have.
Well, I know a person that's got a funny owl like a fly.
Yeah, but it can't. How far can it see though?
How far can you see when you're flying your owl, Mr. Wizardy person?
Depends on the curvature of the planet we're on.
But
There are
don't come off of this
different
curvature of
planets?
a
What?
planet. Planet's flat.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a contentious point of view.
Abiatorial is a globe. I know that. The world we are on, Abiatorial.
I thought we were in Toral. Have they become one again?
Thought-
That was out of Carter.
Yeah, I thought they had.
I wasn't sure.
Because wasn't that the spell plague was all part and parcel of that's passed now and they've separated, or Toriel or whatever.
Yeah, I think they joint merged and then separated again. I think they're second sundry and put
But they-
everything back.
It's confusing because they were originally called, the planet was called Abiatorial, so
Yeah, and then they split it in two, I think, at some point. Give one to the primordials. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think, to be fair, a lot of actual people don't really know.
don't know, yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of fits. There's all these like
Fake news.
conflicting- Yeah, fake
But
news.
but we're
Conflicting
sticking with it.
stories. So, yep. Is there anything else you wish to do before dinner?
We were talking to the little oil owner and seeing if he can spy.
Oh yes,
It's really,
and we were
Like,
talking about Coach of the Earth. A good way is
Yeah.
what you can see. Miles
Yeah,
and
but we-
miles.
Would it be better if we had a spyglass if they can? I mean,
I don't know if an oil can carry a spyglass, but we could try. We could
I think the expertise required to make a spyglass makes them quite expensive.
Well, maybe, we could borrow it, couldn't we?
Who's got one?
I don't think we have any issue with funds right now.
But who's got one?
Well, I'm saying maybe someone has got one. Or would you have stolen it already?
What do you mean steal? I haven't stolen
Balin
anything yet.
only tried to steal food because he was hungry.
You haven't seen me steal anything. I don't know why I get these accusations of you and the paladin, but I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
I can't even find a spyglass in the list.
Is it
There's
like too high tech?
I don't know. There's navigator's tools, but that's more like a sextant.
Something got an urge.
Spyglass.
Oh no,
Says-
I found it. Yeah, I found it. It's on a different list. And oh my lord, you were right about it being expensive.
Yep.
Yeah. 1,000 gold piece.
Could do with finding one of those, ideally.
Yeah.
Or stealing one.
Killing someone with one.
Killing someone with one, yes.
I suppose they wouldn't have one here then.
We go to the quartermaster first and get this problem sorted out first. Then let me know where we're going next after that.
Alright, you head to the quartermaster. And he...
How many healing potions and healing kits have you got? We want them all.
He'll sigh, shake his head. We've used many in the months that we've been here. They are very valuable to us. But we could spare some, particularly as you have done such a good job at helping to defend us.
Ah, that's nice. I hear you're giving us a discount on these because we are so valuable to your community. As in we've killed this big undead person that was trying to kill you. So
That sounds
anything.
sounds like a persuade roll, if ever I heard one.
That's I say that, but more persuasively. Can I do that? I don't think he would be saying it. Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Well, have you got anything to add? You might be able to add something a bit better.
Have to add a lot to this to make me succeed in this, Mister. With the -1 I've got currently.
Right. So what?
Not very charismatic, but I am a good talker.
You talk a little bollocks. That's what you do. Right. What is there to add to that? Well, we might be planning to stay in the area, and if you do anything to help keep us alive, that might make the area safer for you as well. Wait, oh,
I see. Looking after you would be looking after ourselves.
in a way.
We'll use advantage on this persuasion roll, and then he can add whatever's on top of it. Oh, thank God for that.
Very well. I'll knock you 10% off the price of healing potions. How many would you be looking for?
How many?
176. 120 gold each.
No, they're the actual. They'd be selling them at 50. I can make them at 25.
They cost 50. That's at half price. At 50.
So
No, that would be 10% off 45.
I heard what I wanted to hear.
45 gold pieces, 8 for each.
Trying to find my money. Ooh, I've got a lot of money. 45 gold, you say? Ooh, I've got so much gold here. It was so heavy to carry it over here. It'd be good to get the weight down a bit. How many potions do you say I can buy? How much do they weigh?
I'm sorry, how much do they weigh?
Yeah, how much does the healing potion weigh?
I'll just share the link to
Half
it.
a pound.
Yeah, but how much does gold weigh? It's like I'm trying to compete against my
50 gold weighs less than a potion.
I take it you're paying the guy in copper.
I pay them in silver
5,000
pieces because I've got 827 silver pieces. And I'll bring my weight all the way down too.
It's,
How many
le-
silver pieces would that be?
it's legit.
10 silver to a gold, so 500 or 400.
250. That's 900. I'll give them lots of silver pieces. So I've got to hit calculate. Why can't this game just like calculate the money itself? It's so hard. Calculator. I've got 827 silver. I need to pay 900.
It's 82 gold.
Right?
800
need to pay-
silver is 82 gold.
Right, okay, 82.
Well, 80
But
gold.
I need to pay 100, so wait a minute. That's 28. Oh, it's 18. So, right, okay. Get rid of my silver. That is. Hi. And then 18 of that is 87. 62, 560. And then another 50, I'll get. I buy free potions. I took the money off. Well, that was hard.
There are 7 potions in total available to buy.
I'm sorry, you mean there's only 4 potions? Because 3 of them just went.
Yeah,
Suddenly,
there's now
mysteriously.
4 potions to buy.
Right, I'll get one.
How much are potions, sorry?
45 gold.
45 to us.
Feel my weight going down.
If I pay you 20, will you make me one?
Take the day.
I do have one, a special one, particularly potent. We've been saving it, but very costly it is.
Did you say healing kits? I was asking about healing kits as well.
Oh, healing kit. Yes, we have healing kits available.
And how costly is costly?
A healing kit.
Healing kits are 5 gold.
5 gold. Oh, I can get a lot of them.
I don't think they expire, do they, healing kits? Have they got charges? I think you
They've
just...
got
yeah,
charges
they do,
on
yeah.
them.
Oh, do they? Okay.
I don't
The
remember how much charges though. 10 uses 10 charges.
400 gold pieces.
How many healing kits has he got?
And what is the...
Potion of superior
That one.
healing. It's a red green liquid that glimmers
400
when
you said.
agitated.
Yes,
400.
Santa, stop talking. I'm trying to talk to this guy and you keep on interrupting. Shh.
I'll hand over 400 gold.
His eyes open wide. Thank you, he says, and quickly stashes it and sits on it. The gold.
Or more specifically, 375 gold and 250 silver.
yeah. You really want to clear down that the amount of coins you've got because they weigh quite a bit, I think.
How many healing kits did he have?
Oh, he's got lots of healing kits. How many do you want to buy?
Probably just 4.
Yeah, he's got 4.
That's 20 gold.
I'll ask him politely if he'll change 560 silver into 50 gold.
Oh, of course. I always like change being a shop. People always coming up to me with gold pieces and you have to change them and then you haven't got any silver. It does you out of a sale.
£3 of gold now, or coins, rather than 27.
Yeah, you'll take whatever small change you've got.
I think I've added the potion of superior healing to my inventory. It's just called potion. It's an unidentified.
I better remedy that.
I've got mine's okay. What about the rest of you? Do you want to buy anything or you just want to watch us two buy everything?
I'll buy healing potion. Where's my money?
There's currently
Oh, that's
4
right.
left, so if you buy one, there'll be 3 left.
So anyone else want any?
I would. I'd like to buy a heavy crossbow.
Bigger than you are. Which is fine if you're buying it for comedy reasons. I think it's perfect.
Can you use a heavy crossbow?
I don't know. It's not for me.
Oh,
Ow! Even more comedy reasons.
Oh, these little feet.
Or are you going to tie the owl to the bolt and then give him a head?
Well, I'm just planning ahead.
All right, some tinkering. You could fit it to a canoe on the front of the canoe.
Yeah. Is it as listed in the shop in
Yeah.
the library?
Is it 10 silver pieces to 1 gold crown?
Yeah, it's
It is.
gold's a pound, silver's 10 pence, copper's a penny, electrum's a 50 pence piece, and platinum's a £10 note.
Why would they have so many coins? Like a different coin that just does make sense. Like it just seems unnecessary to have.
So the peasant folk can spend coppers, rich adventurers can go around throwing gold pieces and platinum about and ruining the local economy.
Hmm.
yay, that's a word you're here for.
Right, I will also be buying, note this down, another 20 arrows. And
Are you going to fit them into the thing that's already got like 40 arrows in it?
yep, well, because I'm putting them in the quiver.
Yeah, the quiver can only hold 20.
Yeah, the quiver alone can hold 60, remember?
Oh, the special quiver. Yeah, the one
Yeah.
that you renamed. I got it.
And I'm going to buy 18 javelins and 6 spears. If they sell javelins and spears.
Throwing spears, you mean?
I
Yeah.
believe there, because it can hold 6 long objects such as bows, quarterstaffs, or spears.
Yep, javelin's cool.
Filling it up, basically.
What's the difference between a javelin and a throwing spear?
I don't know.
There did I.
I think the spear's not actually. No, it is throwing. Oh, it's versatile, so you can. It's a melee weapon that can be thrown. Spear.
Whereas the javelin's just thrown.
Yes.
But it's got a longer range though, probably.
30, 120 rather than 20, 60. Yes. I'll pay him the market rate if that's what he's asking. Work it out.
Does it make it lighter?
Yeah, it weighs £2 regardless.
Ooh.
Hence, first opportunity, fill the darn thing up.
Cool.
We could melt down all our gold and make gold javelins, and then you could carry them all for us.
I think the effort involved there of melting them all down and turning them into javelins makes it a bit of a dodge one.
It was just an idea. It was just throwing it out there.
Yeah, no, it is.
So, after some shopping, are you all done shopping, or is there anything else you want? You've got a bow and arrow now, Lionel.
A what?
You've got a bow and arrow now.
Why? What? Hang on.
You wanted to buy a bow and arrow. Do you remember all the times you were
Oh,
at the shop?
crossbow.
No, I've got a crossbow.
Good.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
I bought a crossbow, didn't I, last time?
You did.
I don't
yeah.
remember you buying a crossbow.
I do. I've been firing it last time.
I don't remember anything.
You keep quiet. You remember all those times you kept missing with your
I
puny little
I remember
crossbow?
pouring a potion down your throat. I don't remember you firing a crossbow. That's all I'm saying.
You stole my potion and shoved it on my throat. Couldn't even use your own.
16 more gold. Down to 40.
Is that it for shopping?
Yeah. I wonder, if you've got a pet mouse, can you make it do stuff like run down certain people's armor?
You actually have a pet mouse?
It
Yeah.
does.
It's part of his character background and everything.
Oh, okay, so it's not a rogue thing. It's. Can you communicate with it?
No.
Can it?
Unless
Or
I
you
can
drag it?
say cheese and it eats it, then that'll be a communication.
As you take your seats around the dining table in the command tent with Pern, You'll notice that the fare's not quite as ample as previously. She'll say we are making some rationing cutbacks, but I'm sure it'll still be enjoyable. Cook has done a fine job, I believe. There's Glimmet and Lionel.
I'm sure the others will join us shortly.
Presume you'll all go. You don't have to go if you don't want.
Yeah, definitely go.
Why wouldn't you?
Where am I on that map? Oh, there.
Opposite table. The only person that isn't here is the pets and Clement. I don't know where. Oh,
Glimmet's in jail. What's he doing up there?
Quite a place
reading
to
a
read,
book.
obviously. Yeah.
Yes.
Don't
So,
want to speak with us, Clement. Oh, there's 2 Glimmets now. He's
Oops.
summoned himself. Ah!
yeah, he's got mirror image. Clone. So, what are your plans now, my friends, if you do not mind my inquiring?
Well, I think we've got the healing potions and kits under control, so maybe, I'm saying maybe, we could do something else if you want to.
Well, I can certainly endeavour to find more palatable fare for your sensitive dwarven stomach, Balin. That's not a problem.
It's not the sensitivity of my stomach, it's the sensitivity of my eyes, my common sense, and my taste buds I'm talking about.
Taste bugs. I think that was appropriate. That's what you do not want to taste. I can understand. I don't understand most of the things you people eat in the cities either. I shall try to see what I...
That mouse is quite tasty. In between 2 slices of bread.
We were out 2 days, weren't we, Skellen?
I believe so, yes. So, alongside escorting our cleric friend here to the camp, what brings you to Chult? I presume you are here for riches, gold, and the artifacts that are hidden within the jungle here.
That is what I'm here for, yes.
Indeed.
Looks confused at both Warblin and Balin's. But we are here to find out about the
What?
dying
What are you
curse.
going to say? What? Pardon?
The death curse.
I didn't know.
Is why we are
I
here.
don't know what that. I don't know the death curse is. Shush.
The death curse.
The fact that people who have been raised from the dead are not, well, they are fading. You must remember this, Balin. We had conversations about this.
Is there any way I can just attack a certain person right beside me with my feet, as in give them a good kick in the shins?
You can try.
Okay, what roll would that be? I will,
Hit
kick,
roll, isn't it?
I will kick you in the shins. I don't know if I'll miss or not, or I might hit someone else because, you know, it's very hard to kick someone underneath the table. What's the attack roll in this game, by the way?
Strength.
Okay.
Okay, you kick Pern right in the shin. No, you don't. You just you don't kick very well or hard, or sort of fumble around under the table there.
Balin, what's the matter? I assume you're trying to kick Sana.
Mm-hmm.
What's the problem? What is the issue? It is what we are here for. We can do other things here. It's not like anybody's telling you must only do one thing while you're in child.
Pern grins and she'll say, "I think the dwarf quite likes you."
Look at her quite strangely. He's okay, but I don't think you like anybody, do you, Balin?
I do. I
Okay.
like someone.
Is it the person you see in the mirror?
Oh, I like 2 people.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Balin. Appreciate that.
Oh,
So-
you're opposite me.
But searching the jungle is something we will have to do regardless, it would seem. Nobody seems to know anything about this, the death curse. Something called the soulmonger. So we have no choice but to look around.
I'm afraid I perhaps won't be much assistance, though I have heard reports of various areas of Chult. As I don't know of the Soulmonger. I have heard of the Death Curse, of course, and I'll be willing to help you in your quest.
Have you ever heard about a person that doesn't keep secrets and then just blabbers it to everyone? Have you any suggestions how you stop that person from blabbering everything to everyone? That would be very helpful for me currently.
It is usually a wise policy, though we are goodly people here of the Order of the Gauntlet. You have nothing to worry about with us. Though it pains me to say this, but because I understand you have a important quest that you are on, but Lionel, I would be happy to offer you a place here at the camp if you wished it, a officer position.
Ooh, that's so nice. You should go for it, Lionel. Yeah, it'd be good for you. This place here, you know, where we're out adventuring, getting the saving the world. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Yeah.
We are all aligned in our goals.
I am honoured you would think of me, but I am currently on a quest of my own. We have other things we need to see. Perhaps one day when this is completed and all finished, I will come back.
Oh, he wants it all nice and pretty before he moves in. I see.
I see. I understand. It'd be a pity. I would have enjoyed your handsome face around here. However, you're always welcome to return whenever, and look upon the Order of the Gauntlet as your allies and friends.
Thank you.
And do you know which direction you'll be headed next in your quest for the Soulmonger?
I think we're still discussing that. There seems to be one person who wants to go everywhere in the whole world, and then the rest of us want to go somewhere else. We haven't picked yet. Have we picked yet?
No, I do not think we have really decided yet.
Well, I think we were going to try to scout a bit ahead, get a vantage point, see if we could out how easy it is to get to, well, wherever
Well,
it is.
We have that the point of reference for Ambala. We do not think there is anything there we need, but beyond that,
We have to see how
A
big the
lead we have.
dinosaurs really are.
oh, they get very big.
Yeah, but we've only seen the nice, friendly ones. We
Yes,
haven't seen the
we have.
nasty ones yet.
We have not yet seen a big dinosaur. The terrible lizards, one of the biggest ones. I think you will be impressed when you see one of those, Balan.
I don't think impressed is the word I use.
Oh no, their jaws are very powerful. Teeth at least as long as your dagger. Do not let their small upper arms fool you. They can bite down and twist the head off something rather big.
The arms can bite your head off.
No. Do not be fooled by his arms. His jaw is powerful.
Yeah, but you just said the arms. I don't know where you put the arms.
Because they have little arms. Most
Okay.
people look at them and they think, oh, those little arms. He must not be able to do anything to.
Just think of how many people at this table you confuse and the arms, okay? Just think about that next time.
I imagine
I look
the
forward.
hours fly by, she says, looking at you two.
Oh,
They don't feel like it.
Well, if you are to search the jungle, most of our exploration activities have been east of here, where the undead menace is strongest. The curse lies to the east, and that's where we have focused our attentions. However, I do hear rumour of a city on a pinnacle of rock, which is to the southwest of here, a ruined city called Mbala.
Mbala.
We have not been there, though you can, if you travel just a short way down the river here, see it towering above the jungle to the west. To the
How
south.
tall do you say it is?
Oh, it must be It is extremely tall, perhaps 2,000 foot high. It would be quite a
question.
climb.
We may have to
Yes.
talk to the quartermaster about some rope.
When you say ruin city, that doesn't mean empty city, does it?
I have no idea, but
Very unlikely in Chult. Most of the ruins have been here for many, many thousands of years.
yes.
Almost guarantee something has moved in.
To the south of here lies the Eldani Basin. What we know of the Eldani is it was shares block text. The basin that's named after the Eldani, a race of lobster folk. See Appendix D, she does not say. Many Chultans recall childhood fables about the eerie lobster folk that lived in the rivers and lakes of their homeland. No reliable witnesses have reported an encounter with the Eldani in decades, so most people believe that the Eldani perished. In fact, I shouldn't have said, never mind.
Yeah,
In
last
fact, the
line,
lobster-
don't read.
lobster
I've already read it, but
don't
last line, don't read.
Yeah.
Redacted.
Redacted. So, allegedly, a mythical race of lobster folk are said to live there, but I do not believe it. What certainly does live there are lots of mosquitoes and a disease-ridden place. I'd avoid it if possible.
I've got a question.
Oh, that's
for you.
fine. I don't mind disease.
What's a lobster folk look like?
Funnily enough, a seahorse. Has anyone ever seen one?
Don't know. I
If
don't
they,
know if
if they are if they are perished or believed perished, perhaps nobody's seen one in
Yeah, but then how do you
such
know
a long
they look
time that
like?
nobody will know.
I would have no idea, Barlin.
Who said that?
But
I do not know much about creatures in this area, so I would not know, but I would assume they look like lobsters.
So they're big and long and they've got claws.
I do not know. It's just a rumour, Barlin. Perhaps false, perhaps something the children tell each other.
Do I
in
know
Chult.
of any creatures that look big and long and have claws? Because I'm picturing one in my head, but it's not called a lobster folk.
Try nature or history, I guess.
I will try something that I've actually got something into. So where's history? Where's history? I've
Okay.
got +1 in history. Woo!
Limit might know
What happened there? Oh, I got 9.
if he wants to roll.
Come on, Glimmet, be useful for something. Come on, get your head
Don't
out of that.
Glimmet. Way, look at that. Who got the 20? Lionel apparently knows about them. Glimmet also knows about them. Didn't get a
Okay.
20.
I don't know how, but I do.
Well, Glimmy,
Yep, Santa knows a lot there.
I may have just been taught about the stories of the Eldani.
Lionel knows just what Glimmet knows, mostly because he probably talked to Glimmet about them earlier. So,
Glimmet talks in his sleep, and I listen in my
that
sleep.
loves to phone.
Yep.
Tell us, guys, what you done.
They're all dead. I don't know. I think we're waiting to find appendix.
Oh, okay. I see the picture that John linked. Okay, they aren't looking like the things I was thinking of. What do you call them things in the deep, the dark area? The dwarves keep on fighting, and they're controlled by the Illithids or whatever they're called. Umberhunks. That's it. Oh, that's what I was picturing for some reason.
Thought you were going to say Aboleth. Then I'm like, no, the mind the place don't control the Aboleth. It's the other way around. But I suppose Umberhogs have got a little bit of a lobstery aspect to them, haven't they?
Oh, insect. Look, I'm looking at these pictures now. Oh yeah.
certainly a lot more lobstery in later editions. They were quite bulky in earlier.
Well, we'll keep our eyes out for things that don't exist.
If they haven't been seen in that long, then it's likely they are dead. But hopefully we can skirt our way around marshy land. Because unless we can find some more insect repellent, we're all going to start finding the journeys a lot more unpleasant.
I've got a question for you, Perrin, whoever your name is. We're going to meet bugs. What other nasty creatures are we going to meet? Are we going to meet spiders and snakes and anything else like small and can get into your armor and bite you?
Oh, the insects. You wouldn't believe how many insects are out there. Cruel everywhere. They do ants, and I had someone attacked by the plant once. Looked like a normal plant, and then just reared up, and they move with the roots. Terrible things they are. Yeah.
I don't like this country.
No, it seems everything here is looks at you as if you were food.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, Sana looks at everything and thinks it's food too.
Well, most things are edible as long as you take the poison glands out.
Just take what I'm saying. Don't talk me back. It's okay, just listen.
I'll leave the poison glands in next time, shall I? Smiling across the table, Barlin.
Right beside you.
Smiling to the side at Barlin. Continue eating. So yeah, it looks like we'll be heading, well, scouting forward towards Ambala. Yes, we're going to need to talk to the quartermaster about rope. More than 50 feet, I think.
Rope and something that lets you walk through swamps. I don't think swamps let boats go for them, do they?
Well, it depends on the standing water. Depends how deep it is. But as I said, we can skirt the edge.
If we skirt the edge, how the boat won't be able to go anywhere.
Aren't they like
No,
canoes?
that will be, well, they are canoes, but we
So
can
they've
either
got
leave them
height.
here or
Oh, you
carry
want
them.
to walk then? Okay, well, you want to
Canoes
walk.
will have a good chance of getting through a swamp, wouldn't they?
As I said, it depends on the amount of standing water. If it was marshes and swamps are generally only really differentiated by the amount of standing.
Might need a big long stick to push the boat through the mud.
Yes, punting.
If only we had trees around us, we could find a big long stick.
If only.
When I first saw you, Paulin, I presumed that you would be interested in.
Intelligent, clever, kind, polite. What's the list?
Well, you get used to dwarves and their ways, but I thought you'd be interested in reclaiming Wormheart Mine. It seems like a lot of dwarves I've encountered here on Chult have been interested in that.
Is that? I look through my notes to look what that mine that dwarf wanted us to find.
Yeah, the red dragon one, the one who lost his arm.
Can anyone remember? Oh, where's my notes? Stupid notes.
Do we know where that mine is in relation to here?
He said he was going to come with us, didn't he? I can't
Well,
remember.
when we decide to venture out, he said he would come with us for that.
Forgot to grab him, didn't he?
I hear it is on the peninsula, the southwest coast, high in the mountains there. There's a mountain region with lots of volcanoes on that.
Did
that
you hear
coast.
anything about a dragon? There was a dragon mentioned. I remember a dragon.
Yes, absolutely. The clan of shield dwarves, so the story goes, operated the iron mine up to only about 40 years ago, but it was conquered by a red dragon. Sindaldor, I believe its name is.
Yeah, that sounds right up our alley, isn't it, guys?
Certainly somewhere that probably warrants investigation.
I'm more of a dungeon person myself.
Well, 40 years, I imagine that dragon must have accumulated quite a treasure hoard by this time.
And dragons don't live that old, do they? They get bored and go away and go somewhere else.
Yes.
Not my area of expertise, unfortunately.
Sure, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 plus the 2 pets, that's 7. And his 3 things that follow him around, that's 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of us can go to a mine and find some sort of treasure up there, no problem. Yeah, no. Anyway, we'll go down to the swamp. I don't know. Where on the map would this be?
Is it a swamp or a marsh, this region?
It was a cave in the mountains, I think he said. I'm trying to
It's,
work out where on the
marshy
map
land.
did you. Where in the map did you point this out? Because I can't remember what you said. Northeast, northwest?
What, Mbala?
No, the mine.
The mine's far to the
South.
south.
Oh, very far to the south. Ooh.
Like really, really south of us.
Yeah, I think he mentioned the Peaks of Flame, the land of ash and smoke, so it's the far south side of the peninsula.
How did you hear about something that far down there?
Because he came from there.
Oh,
Yes, it was his clan.
it's a better luck than we are. Every time we go, someone tries to kill us.
So, Pern, the land to the south, it rises, yes?
Yes, it rises until you reach the coast and the Peaks of Flame. The Peaks of Flame are supposed to be the place that housed the dread worm. Dengar, the night serpent. If the GM's memory doesn't fail him again, I've got normal memory.
So are we going towards a swamp or a marsh? Does anyone remember? There's so much geography going on here. I'm surprised there's not a skill called geography.
So, I think we should, if we are going to head towards Mbala, we get there by skirting around the edge of the marsh. It would reduce your exposure to insects, would allow us to hopefully see anything coming.
What do you mean?
Dinosaurs infest the area as well, and we can still head towards Mbala.
Just said a couple of minutes ago this place is going to be full of insects.
And dinosaurs.
Yeah, and you just said no, let's go there. It won't be full of insects and dinosaurs.
No, I said if we scout around and stick to the edge of the marsh, we should minimize your exposure
Oh yeah,
to
okay.
insects and
Yeah,
extra dinosaurs.
yeah, I agree with that one then. I didn't agree with what you said. I've heard you say, but I now agree with what you said. As long as we avoid all the bugs, eating, them trying to eat us, all that stuff.
And luckily, the fact that you have canoes is good because you can get out and carry the canoes around where there are waterfalls.
Bringing canoes now.
Well, you were in canoes travelling up the Shoshansar.
Yeah,
No,
that's what we've been
I thought-
doing. I've been looking at the wiki for the geography, and it says every 50 miles or so, there's a waterfall. So
Yeah.
the river we've been travelling up, we've regularly been getting out and going up the edge anyway.
I thought you said we weren't bringing the canoes. I thought you said we're walking.
Well, if we're heading in the marsh, there may not be enough standing water for canoes, so it may be worthwhile leaving them here. But it
So-
depends what we find as we scout. It may be worthwhile carrying. We don't know. The interior is a mystery.
Do we have the power to carry them? I don't think I can carry a canoe.
Did we have a bag of something?
Bag?
Probably was the bag of holding.
We do not have a bag of canoeing.
We have a bag of holding.
No, there was another bag we had. I'm just saying. it would be-
Contained little Furbies that you could
Yeah.
pull
Oh,
out
the
and-
Furby.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah,
and they turn into
forgot about that.
creatures or something.
Did you sell your Furby bag, or you want to keep your Furby? Who's got the Furby bag? I haven't got it.
It's in party at the moment. I don't think anyone's claimed it.
It might help us, you know.
Bag of tricks.
I'm not wholly sure about the bag of thingy, but yeah.
Like, let's say we want to know if something is dangerous. We just
Throw a Furby at it.
And suddenly a lion appears and goes "Rawr," and gets eaten by a big carnivorous plant. I think it's very useful, the bag of tricks, for that exact purpose.
Okay. I reckon Glimmet should have the bag of summoning. Because he likes making things appear.
I thought you should have it because you
Don't have a pet.
No, you can use your bonus action to use items.
Oh, that was a point. Yeah, you did say that.
I think the owl should have it.
You could sleight of hand it out and bonus action flag it.
Okay, I will grab the bag. This is the one called the bag of tricks.
Yep.
I will grab the bag of tricks. Now you remember, guys, I'm getting really, really heavy.
I don't think the bag of tricks is that heavy.
Half a pound.
Okay, I'm at currently at 96, so I'm close to heavy.
Now, I don't actually know how much the canoes weigh because we haven't actually got them on a character sheet anyway.
Yeah, it would be nice if we had some way to make them up.
I wonder how I can make myself lighter. Does anyone want to have to carry this alchemy jug? Because it's very heavy. It's 12 pounds. I can reduce my weight a lot from this.
I can carry it.
It's currently full of ale.
Is that because you had it?
Yep. I'm going to put it in the party sheet. Or it doesn't go in the party sheet. How do you get it back in the party sheet, Skill?
I might have to put it in.
It's in the alchemy jug at the very top of just under my backpack.
It doesn't actually list a weight on canoes.
There you go. The thing's in the party sheet now. Everyone wants to carry it. Remember, every morning you have to say, I want it to be full of mayonnaise. Oh, I mean,
But clear the ale out first.
or I think it does it sell, doesn't it?
Have we decided on a course of action?
Yeah, we're going to go down to the marsh and then carry canoes around the edge of the marsh, and then head towards Umbella, where we're going to scout to see how the best route to Umbella.
Can't we just scout the marsh a bit first and see if it's actually possible to carry the canoes?
Well, the issue is the river comes from the upland, according to what we have been told by Perrin. So we'll be carrying the canoes a significant way anyway, in order to get onto the higher areas of the basin. You can't row a canoe up a water, as we've seen a number of times in this few weeks.
Clement, can you make a canoe go up a waterfall?
Alas, no, I do not have that power.
Oh, right, but yeah, then you're right, Senna.
Quite a specific power as well. But we can probably put some kind of harness around, especially within the marsh. We can walk along, but somebody can drag the canoe. And
That's Warbling.
it would be able to carry more gear as well.
Yeah, we're going to have to get Warbling to do that.
Yeah.
And we'll need some rope.
Yeah, we're going to have to get... Oh, I think Lionel said he had some rope.
I do not think we have enough.
He says he's got 50 feet.
We do not have enough
I
rope.
didn't say we had enough, I just said I have got some. So take that into account.
Did we do? Like I said, you had rope. That's all I said. You had rope.
You just moaned at everything.
I think we
didn't
would
moan.
probably need 4 or maybe 500 feet of rope.
Yeah. That's going to be really heavy.
Hence we keep dragging the canoes behind.
This is what we'll need to do. We need to get ourselves a big... Remember that big dinosaur you told us not to take the egg from?
The
need one of
Triceratops
them.
mother.
We want one of them.
Yeah,
I think I can carry all the rope we need. Do they have any carrying animals here? Carrying
Pack animals.
dinosaurs? Pack animals.
Not in Camp Vengeance, we do not.
I can. I have a
See,
first.
that's another reason to
carry
go back to
100 pounds.
Port, right?
Got what? Carry 100?
Floating
A
disc.
floating disc that will carry 500 pounds.
What's
Well-
a floating disc look like? Can you make it? I want to see one. How long does it last?
It lasts for an hour, but I can cast it, keep casting it. So I'd have to take 10 minutes out of every hour to keep renewing it without using a spell slot.
Well, that's 2 ropes then. Isn't
It's
it?
a lot more than 2.
He said 50, didn't he? How much is a rope weigh? If a rope weight
10.
heavy? 10. How many ropes that then?
Well, that would be 5.
Right, 5 ropes.
Or
many
if they
ropes
have
did you
better
say we
quality
needed?
rope, it would be 10. Silk rope.
So 10 ropes would be 500 feet. That's exactly what you wanted, isn't it?
Well, I think that's probably the minimum we could deal with if Mbala is as tall as they say it is. That's assuming there isn't a way up. It is a ruin of a city. There should be a way up without rope, but we cannot rely on that fact.
Do you know
Yeah.
I know for a fact that to climb with a rope is useless. I'm just going to point this out to you all before you go all crazy on me. You're going to need pitons. You're going to need to hammer the rope onto the wall so that you can actually get, so it doesn't all fall down and kill you.
You can
but
attach
climb-
rope via natural means, but pitons are easier, certainly.
So I'm saying we need climbing material. We don't just take a rope. You need other stuff.
Depends whether going up or down.
He said we're going up. He said that it was up on a mountain, so that's up to me. I know it's very hard for you to understand Lionel up and down, but It's
Pitons
okay.
are available. Linked in chat.
I have a card there. I've got pitons.
There's also something called a climber's kit, but it's whether they'll have it. That's from the PHB Deluxe.
Yeah, the climber's pit. The climbing kit has them inside it. I think it's got 10 in it.
Boot
Oh,
tips, gloves, and a
oh.
harness.
Look at that! I've got 50 feet of rope. I've been carrying around in my backpack, and I forgot all about it. I've also got 10 feet of string just for limit.
Shiz and giggles.
The climber's
Yeah.
kit is available.
Right.
Okay, this is all going to cost.
Well, you're the one that wants us to go up here. So, and we've got loads of money at the minute. I think we've got too much money.
Clement
Well,
doesn't think you've got too much money.
Did someone say something about hiding money somewhere and then coming back and getting it? Because
That was one of the options if you didn't want to carry everything.
The bank of burying money was very popular in medieval times.
So 500 feet of silk rope will cost 100 gold. A climber's kit would cost 25 gold each if we all get one. Or a selection of pitons and some creative use of knots would probably also suffice. But if we go that route, when you're 500 feet up the cliff and you're sitting there wishing that you'd had a climber's kit, don't let buyer's remorse make you fail your saving.
trying to counteract the weight against me. So I'm carrying a tent. That's very. Oh, I'm not carrying my tent yet. Oh my god! When I carry my tent, my weight is going to go through the roof. Oh my god!
Well, things like tents we can put in the canoes. And if we're dragging the canoes, then it's not going to be impacting your endurance immediately.
We need to get another thing, a character we call the canoe, and put all the weight in that, so then we know what we're not carrying and it's in the canoe.
Just put a 0 weight canoe item to sheet and use that as a location.
Yeah, no, I mean the weight of it. So as when we're carrying it, we all know we're carrying 100 pounds or something. It says tent's literally 20 pounds.
I've also got 50 feet of hemp rope, apparently.
Does he get a save?
Bloody hope not. Yeah, he gets a wisdom saving throw.
Make me a wisdom saving throw, Barlin.
Oh, wisdom saving throws the other side. Okay. Yep, I succeeded.
Nope. Balin is finally silent.
That doesn't stop you talking. It just means you can't move.
No, I've not used it as a halt. I've used it as a halt speaking. I can actually change what I use it for.
He stops talking for 6 seconds.
Is that what it is?
It says on
Shh,
your
don't tell him
next,
that.
It's a respite, though.
Gives us enough time to leave. Or I could just leave him there, hold him there for 6 seconds, and we can run away.
Am I the only person that's the planner in this group again?
I think planning is a good idea, but I kind of
That's
want to
planning.
get to the actual adventure.
And
Oh,
there's
okay.
defeating the object of what we're trying to do by going over and over nothing and
Okay.
belittling everything anyone says.
Okay. Sorry. I will stop it. Just thought we would just get climbing equipment. That was just all I said.
This is my 6 seconds. Stop.
Well, that's the recommended kit in the chat, so we can just decide who's paying for it, and then that's done.
Okay, cool.
So we got some climbing kit. Cool, right.
Minimalist climbing gear. If you want to get a climber's kit, just take 25 gold off your own and buy one.
Should have a couple, shouldn't we? Just, lying around.
Should have a what lying around?
A couple of climbing kits, just in case, Nice
I'll
to
get
have
a climbing
somewhere.
kit.
Yeah,
I
me
doubt
too.
I'm going to be very good at climbing, so
You need everything you get.
So drag whatever you're buying onto your character sheets. That's way more than 6 seconds now. You got value for money there.
sulking now.
I'll put the silk rope on mine, but it's going to be in the actual the canoe. So that's assuming someone actually pays for it as well.
Okay.
I'm not talking because Glimmet wants to get the adventure on, and I just want to go now. Right.
God damn, climbing kits are heavy.
12 kit. Well, don't forget you're not carrying it now. Just when you need it, you're carrying it.
But don't you have it in your backpack though? So
You can do. Or put it in the canoe or whatever.
well,
Put it.
okay, so we can dump stuff on the canoe, can we?
Doesn't mean if the canoe gets nicked.
Right. So, in the interest of doing something, it's the next morning. 10 to 7,
Yay.
bright and breezy. You are all poised to set out, embark on the adventure. Where are you going? If you want to, you may move the token, the little campfire token, into whichever hex you wish to move to.
Right. So we're currently in Camp Vengeance, which is the hex we were in. Yeah.
Thought we were going
That's
south.
it.
Yeah. So essentially, south first to begin with, using the canoes. No reason not to if we've got them and we're on the water.
Okay.
But after the jungle opens out and we get a feel of the land, I would recommend heading
Was it
southwest,
Was it
southeast, southwest.
Was it 2 squares per day you said, or was it 3 squares per day?
I think it's 2 with Sally.
Okay.
So, okay, you move to that, and then your second square then, please.
So, assuming that we can then break away from the river, start heading around the edge, breaking new ground.
Will be not helping carrying the canoes.
Okay, it's
Well,
quite
we're in marshy, so
it'll be quite difficult going because the river gets very narrow, quick, rocky, and there are lots of waterfalls in this part.
so at this
However,
point we're probably out of the canoes and the jungle goes to the south. Grr.
Yeah, but carrying those canoes along with you is going to be kind of tough. Are you definitely going to do that, or are you going to store them somewhere?
Well, if we're in the marsh at the moment, there should be some standing water, so they'll float a bit. Probably not enough for us to ride in them, but we should be able to just drag them with a degree of buoyancy. Hopefully.
Okay, you'll get that for this day.
Do you want me to make a survival roll?
Yes, please. A survival roll for your tracking and the like.
And at this point, we are in non-jungle environment, yeah?
Yeah, go on, I'm going to count this as marsh. Alright, that's fine. That's good. And then one d20 roll for the random encounters. I'm not going to do 3 a day. I'm just going to do 1 a day at the moment because I'm going to want you to actually get there. You'll notice, Sana, that this area of the jungle and marsh is not cursed by undead as the eastern portions are. This looks like lush,
Cool.
natural, as intended, free from negative energy jungle. So a d20 roll, please. Someone? Anyone?
Ooh.
Can't remember. Do we want high or low? I
Low.
can't
No, we
remember.
want low. Low's good.
Ah, that's not bad.
Looks good. Yeah. So you another day will pass. You'll reach here without. You'll meet lots of wildlife, but no significant encounter to speak of.
Explain to them as well. One of the reasons we're sticking close to the jungle is if we encounter a large dinosaur that we can't deal with, the best thing to do is retreat into the jungle where it shouldn't follow because of gaps between trees.
And it's the 12th of Alturiac when you're next awake, and if you want to move your little token where you want to go today, please.
South one.
Okay, moving south, you're definitely hitting into the marshland here. There's a lot of midges and mosquitoes which start to plague you.
Oh, that's a good point. This is day 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Our insect repellent just ran out.
Far.
Is this the last day of insect repellent, or?
Yeah, so they're covered for today. But this
Okay.
morning's slavering on of the salve is the last. Well, there's 2 doses left because there's only 5 of us. But
Okay. However, as you manage to camp, you will notice off to the west that
Do you heal over time, by the way? Yes,
you do heal over time. Yeah, you should have healed if you've not.
No, I did. I just changed the page. I was just asking.
Yeah, you do. You'll normally. It depends what setting you've got. There's different healing settings, but I do it where you just recover with a long rest. Alright, so off to the west there, you can see a gigantic finger prodding out, finger of rock, not an actual finger, that'd be silly, prodding out of the marsh. It is an 18,000 foot, no it's not, it's a 1,800 foot high plateau.
18,000 feet.
It goes up into the clouds with sheer cliffs. Sheer cliff rises above heaps of boulders as large as ships. A narrow path you can see is cut into the cliff face and seems to climb all the way to the top of it.
Doesn't look like we needed the ropes.
No, that's lucky.
Mm.
Okay, so this day, if you would like to move the token onwards and make me a survival.
Which square is Umballa, or which hex is Umballa actually in?
I'm sorry,
about
of
to?
course you can't see my that one right at the end of the arrow. That
Okay.
pinnacle there is Umballa.
So we can go 1, 2, and then essentially be in the hex next to it if we go to that one, and then that one.
So this evening you will camp at the base of the pinnacle.
Assuming the survival roll goes okay.
Yeah, assuming you don't get lost. Or whatever. Oh, nope, you're good at that. And then
Can't get lost unless there's magic involved.
a D20 roll, please, for a possible encounter.
Just out of interest, if we do get lost, would you be aware that it's magical? Or would you just be really confused thinking, how did I get lost?
I think it's the confusion side. There's nothing to say that they
So you wouldn't
they know when
it must
something
be
is up.
magical.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, so as dawn breaks on the next day, I need to move the day up. Calendar on.
Because we haven't got extra people with us, I should be able to cover just with the foraging without making the, as long as the survival roll is okay. So we don't have to slow things down by worrying about how many pounds of food.
Oh dear, and that last day I almost forgot.
Someone's birthday.
It's third day.
It is. Oh damn it, I can't find it.
Faster, faster! You're holding us back.
Sorry. It's
I think she said she was going to get good berry, but I don't know if she got it yet.
I've got to speak with animals because I already had cure wounds.
Did you get that new pick of a spell there? Next level?
I think so. I think there's another spell at 5th.
Yeah, we gain access to the second level spells then.
Whoever buys backwards.
oh, damn it, I can't find it.
Yeah, I'll get access to second level at that point. And spell slots go up. So I get one more spell and my spell slots go up.
I'm going to skip that bit because I can't find the page, so
Oh, don't skip things.
it's good for you, trust me. I'll do it on the way back, you won't miss it. Good berry's a very good spell. Alright, so you are at the base of the pinnacle, and it is dawn. You can see the sun rising above the forest canopy. What are you doing? It looks like you could either climb the narrow path. It does look very narrow and is covered with boulders at some points, or you could try and climb if you want to, just climb the sheer face.
I think we should go up the path and push the rocks off and then just walk up it. Me and Glimmet will be the best people to walk up it, but I think Warblin will have to do the pushing. And we have to carry the boats up, so that's going to be hard too.
I think we leave the bots down here.
Okay, okay, that's a good idea too. But what about the tent? That means I have to carry the tent, doesn't it?
You will have to carry your tent. We won't take all of the rope. We only need enough, perhaps 100 feet. Couple of loops.
Okay. And you are taking the path then?
Yes.
Alright. The path is certainly the easier route of going up there in terms of climbing, at least. It begins sort of more towards the north side of the plateau, kind of near where you are. It has many switchbacks and winds across the cliff face for 3 miles before reaching the top. The path width varies, but averages about 5 feet, but in some places it nearly disappears. If you're being cautious and taking your time, you may sort of get up there. It just takes a longer time.
We're not in a rush, are we?
Yep,
Not
and we've
enough.
got
Sacrifice safety.
limits using the owl for scouting. If you read that bit,
It takes about 3 hours then to ascend the
safe is better.
plateau.
Especially for the plate weathers.
As you climb higher above the tree line, you are treated to stunning views of the surrounding wilderness. Across the Old Darney Basin to the southeast, you can see pretty much all across here from up here. I'll reveal it.
That's a lot of water.
Oh,
Set
that's
the
good.
marsh.
Yeah, so the river doesn't. The river stops after a short amount of time. Oh, but there's another river.
Yeah. Wonder where that little part of the river's hidden still.
Maybe it goes underground.
Mm.
Grief, as you can see all the way down to there. So it makes sense you can see some north.
Is there a reason we can't see the river east of us?
Remember that little bit that's still hidden, yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe it's in mist.
What little bit that's still in, I can't see.
There's a little bit that's still masked. Tiny little bit of the show centaur at the top end of its run.
Never can see it again.
Particularly misty there.
Oh,
Far.
do we see this funny mist kills people? Monkey laughing thing.
You do not, though there's a lot of mist sort of hanging around in the valleys around the area, so but you don't see any the mad monkey mist that you can see.
Can we see the floating rock thing still?
Absolutely. As you are a bit closer now and have this better view from this height, you can see it looks sort of heart-shaped. Not romantic heart-shaped, but actual realistic heart-shaped.
Whereabout is it?
It
Compared
is.
to where we are?
There. Just
Oh, in
across
the-
the marsh from you.
In the funny yellow area. Okay.
Oh, additionally, you can see off to the west
More trees.
just about there. You can see popping out of the forest canopy is a large ziggurat, which has got lots of trees and vines and things crawling over it. A
Sana
ziggurat.
points. See, Oralungu.
I don't know what you just said there.
It's the name of the place. Wakanga told us about it. That is where the Guardian Naga is.
Well, okay.
Where is the Mbala place?
Just above us on this mountain thing.
points to the ground to our left. He's here.
Oh,
To
I
the,
don't
well,
see it.
assuming we're still climbing.
You are still climbing, however, you're about 100 feet now below the tip of the plateau. The path, which is proceeding west across the cliff at this point, veers directly into a natural cleft in the stone face. Clear steps are now cut into the 15-foot wide crevice, and scenes of jungle predators, flying lizards and erupting volcanoes are carved in shallow relief onto the walls in ways that make creative use of the natural shape of the rock.
Would you reckon it says beware volcanoes, beware dinosaurs, beware?
Unlikely.
Can
Teo
someone-
is about to challenge, not avoid.
Can someone who knows things tell how old this is?
How old is Mubali?
No, I mean like the
How old's the signs?
Who?
Things on the wall.
It's carved into stone. Does anyone have?
Yeah, so it was a bit hard to tell, I guess.
Oh, I've got stone cunning.
Aha! Stone cunning.
There's what knows how old it is.
Some of these are hundreds of years old, probably about 500 years old, you think?
Wow.
Stone cunning just give me an advantage on things.
What do we need
Does
to
it? I
do?
thought you automatically knew with stone cunning. Oh well,
Hello?
you got that as a freebie. The stone steps.
Makes me proficient at the intelligence history check relating to stonework.
Okay, noted for the future, but you can have that for free this time. The stone steps emerge onto the top of the plateau beneath a once grand but now decrepit wooden gateway. The gates that seal this entrance are rotted away, only their rusted hinges and reinforcing bands remain. In their place are heaps of human skulls, picked clean of all flesh and bleached white by the sun. They grin up at you from the roadway and down from atop towering mounds.
Quite. Initially, Sana was looking like astonished at everything, and then we've turned the corner and seen this charnel appearance, and her face drops.
You know that thing you can do where you can find if things are nearby? I think it's called trekking. Could you have a look and see if you see anything like currently running around here trying to look for people to kill?
If they have passed this way, I may be able to find their track.
Yeah. That's
I
what
will.
precisely
Something
what I-
else, though. Just sinks to her knees and concentrates with her left hand outstretched on the ground. I am going to expend a spell slot and use my equivalent of what Lionel does ability. Bomb primeval awareness. So, is there the presence within a mile of me, or within 6 miles, if this place counts as jungle? Say top of a promontory, probably not. But within a mile of me, are there any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead?
Yes. I have to say a bit more than that, don't I, really? There are.
Within a mile. I don't get location or number, but I know, yes, there's undead, yes, there's fae, yes, there's fiends. Only a mile radius. So pretty much.
Do you get a smell like I do?
I don't know. It's awareness-y things.
You are aware that in this area it is Fey touched, the area. You'll be able to tell by nature stuff, the plants or whatever, that there is a strong Fey presence in this area.
Okay. Translate that information to everybody else, but no undead. That's good.
No undead. What was the list again, quickly, just making sure I don't miss anything. So you're
It
not crossing me.
is aberration, celestial, dragon. So if there's dragons and barlins, one will be up. Elementals, fae, fiends, and
From that list, you're only detecting Fey. Quite a strong presence of Fey, though, you think, here.
That's Lionel all happy then.
I'll inform everybody accordingly. I'm sensing, well, in the realms of things that are not of this world, this place has a Fey presence about it.
Is that bad?
It could be. The Fae are not my area of expertise. I know they are capricious and can be dangerous, but some of them are not.
But it's not like undead level of bad.
Give us an example.
There
of
is
what-
no undead. I'm not detecting anything undead or draconic of the plains within a mile.
Since you're from this land, what fae lives in this land that you
I'm
know
not
of?
from here, Balin. I'm from a faraway continent across the sea. My descendants came here many centuries.
Your descendants?
Yes. Well, no.
Ancestors.
What is it? My
Ancestors.
ancestors. That's
Okay. And so they didn't have like stories saying, back in my day, there was a big hairy animal that had, I don't, I don't know. Name me. I don't know any Fae. All I know is
we had
fairies.
these stories, but they relate
Character,
to
and that's it.
my birthland, not here.
Yeah, and so, Sona's knowledge will perhaps come from some sort of stories like legends, folklore, and also her knowledge of the jungle. There's similar plants and things around.
So
Right.
no further
But-
ado. What we might
No,
expect.
but clearly there is. While there's no undead here now, feel that Rosni's presence, if this is fabled Umbala, the city of my ancestors, then perhaps this is example of what he has done to my people in this land. Pointing at the skulls piled up.
Yeah, those tend to mean that people die.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got a Fae that eat dead bodies and put their skulls out. So.
Are those skulls old though?
They're bleached by the sun and picked clean, but that can happen in the jungle in a matter of weeks.
Yeah, exactly. That's
So I think we send Lionel in first because he likes Fae things.
yep.
Don't agree with him.
Why?
You
You're the
can't
fairy
start
guy.
ganging up. That's not fair.
To go further here, then you've got essentially a narrow passageway cutting through the rock, and
Okay.
it's piled up with skulls. So you'll either have to go off the path, off the staircase, and climb over the side of the staircase and go around the gate, or you could sort of wade through the heaps of skulls.
Oh, before you wade through the feet of skulls, let me do a check to see if there's anything untoward ahead of us, like, traps.
We just lost Kerry.
Hey, why don't we use the bag of tricks? We'd like throw a thing in and send it.
I will do that in a second after I use my eyes. It's perception, isn't it?
Yep.
Is it? My dice rolls are as great as they always are for perception.
You keep an eye out. I think maybe actually for spotting traps, things like stealth and the deception type ones, we might have them in the tower, just so it's a bit more fun.
Okay.
But we'll leave it for now. It's cool. Okay, so yeah, you'll check for traps. You do not find any.
Can I check for something similar but slightly different sounding? Can I check for tracks?
Yeah.
I thought you did that already. But no, you didn't. You did the other thing.
But in a sense.
You didn't do what I told you to do. That's okay. Sorry, just looking for this bag of tricks there.
You'll find some natural animal tracks in the area, Sana, but nothing that nothing that concerns you. Nothing interesting.
Thank you.
Do you know what? Oh, there it is. Forget it. I find it. I'm going to now use my action and do the thing. 20 feet ahead of me, an owl appears.
Owl immediately gets jealous or flies
Got
into
one.
a rutting lust.
Okay, you have an owl.
And next action, I can get it to do something.
Well, we're not around, so go ahead.
Okay, I tell it to go over and land on the skulls and do some movements on it and see and jump up and down and whatever else it can think of that can set off traps.
Okay.
Oh, not traps. Ugh, God. So that'd be stupid because I've already did the check and I don't think there is traps. So I get it to scout ahead then, rather than that. See if anything jumps out on it.
I don't believe you can see through its eyes or anything, can you?
No, I
You've
just tell it
command
to do stuff. I just tell it to move as a bonus action and act if I wanted to use it on my turn.
Okay, it flaps off and disappears over the horizon.
Aye.
You can, John.
Do you want to create the note, or do we create it?
Oh, do you want me to create a note? One second. As if you create it, you should be able to edit it, I think.
All these names we don't know how to spell. Is that what it's called? Ungluguru.
Working in, I know it was Olongaru, I think. We know what it means.
Or longer.
We're so close. Yet letters.
Oh, almost.
I'll
What was
just
Orlanga.
Oh, I just did it.
Lunga.
Yeah, you had the right letters just in the wrong order.
Like that Morecambe and Wise thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, who wants to go first then? I don't think it doesn't look trapped, and my owl just went flying through and nothing jumped out and killed him. Well,
Okay.
he just vanished, so I don't know what's happening.
Well, couldn't Mr. Fairy Lord over here
Yeah.
send in some of his
Stop
knights?
calling me Camp and Fairy Lord. You give me a complex. I'm going to go back and flirt with that Pern now, just to prove I'm a man.
I didn't say what camp. I'm just you're aristocratic and you've got fairies. Well, that makes you Fairy Lord.
I think the term is
Right.
Fae Lord.
I'll step forward then. Out the way. If
Okay.
you're too scared to go yourselves.
As you mount over the... Oh, sorry, are you climbing around the side or are you wading through all the skulls?
Santa seems fine with going through the middle of the skulls, not a problem, but Lionel's going first.
Yeah, I told him.
So what's the...
I told everyone the skulls were safe.
I will go through the skulls.
Okay. You sort of crunch your way through the skulls, not very pleasant, but you do make it out the other side and reach the top of the plateau. From where you are now, at the top of the stairs, you can see a large flat area which is overgrown now to some extent. Around the area you can see dark patches of sort of rotting wood-like areas. There are some bits of wall and the like which is sticking up from the centre, indicating that perhaps was once some stone structures here. The rest of the other rotting structures appear to be what remains of huts and the like, wooden huts. Yeah, McDonald's, the gift shop.
Does it look fairly nobody's moved. There's no movement. I can't see any. Can I see the owl?
You
Is
see
that,
the owl,
that's
yes.
not disappeared, right?
However, you do see that there is a I don't know what to call it, indentation in the earth with, oh, I'll just share the map.
Said it was such love.
With 3 tents in there and a fire towards the centre. Around the area there are sort of bones scattered around.
The fire is ablaze.
The fire is ablaze.
So what was Mbala? I thought Mbala was a pyramid.
I thought it was.
No, that's Orlunga.
I'm not seeing.
This was an ancient city of my people.
I'm not even seeing ruin.
We say city. I was thinking buildings.
Yeah, I don't think you can make a city out of wooden huts. That's just a slum.
Look at that's a limited view on what a city is.
No.
There's not enough stone around here that people can build a city out of wood and thatch.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
Right, do we surround them?
whatever they are.
Brian, I didn't hear there was people. Did he say people?
No, can we send the owl over?
They're clearly bad because they've got skulls and big bones lying around in the camp.
Or they're just messy eaters. We don't know what the skulls are of. Can we send the owl over?
Can we
Or
get an
the one
idea
that
what
can actually
the
see?
bones are from this distance?
Yeah, Isle's been renamed to Isle 1, by the way.
Most
The-
of them, yeah, because we've got 2 owls now.
Magic owl.
You can see that, especially you, Sana, will notice they look like animal bones, mostly birds and lizards and things like that. So the map's a little off, really, in the size of the bones, but it just gives you an idea.
I'll explain. They look like animal bones, not humanoid. What
Oh,
Lionel said, just messy.
You don't see
So-
any sign of life there at the moment.
We can investigate. I mean, we came up here to see what was around. We have located Orlanga.
The animal stays until dawn, until our hit points are 0.
And it was a big climb. We may as well look around while we're up here.
Of course. I'm just saying this looks like trouble.
Maybe. Move down, and can I make tracking in the area to see if I can pick up?
Sure.
There's
Tokens are
obviously
unlocked.
more signs of recent stuff. Go over to that side. I'm assuming, as you said, it's an indentation. Yeah.
It is.
Start having a look across the face of the indentation to see if I can pick up any track. Recent move.
As
Still not in
you,
the jungle.
yes, you find lots of small footprints here, humanoid footprints, sandaled, very small feet, tiny feet.
I'm only finding one track. It could be a single person here.
I'm going to look down over the cliff because, I can look down on the tents.
Do the footprints look like sort of comparable to Glimit's feet?
No, they're much daintier. Perhaps a small girl or woman.
Ah,
They don't look gnomish. I would never consider Glimmet to be one who would wear sandals.
3 tents for one person. Seems excessive.
As
what
you reach the corner here, you will spot some dots in the sky which rapidly grow closer, and you recognise these because you've encountered them before.
Dragons?
No,
Dragon.
we've only encountered one flying thing before
Isles.
now.
Isles.
No,
those freaking monkey bastards.
Monkeys that stole
Oh.
my ring.
Oh, the monkeys. Okay.
Well,
It's
monkeys.
really, really bad when I can't remember stuff. It's annoying.
Oh, damn it! Well, neither can I because I forgot what they're damn called.
they were called flying monkeys last time.
They some things have got, they were called flying monkeys. You're right. Some things have got like a funny name to say what they are, including my favourite ever creature, which you've not met yet, which I'm looking forward to meeting. It's my favourite ever thing.
You're gonna make me guess now. I want to guess.
Okay,
Is it a bunny
definitely
rabbit?
inspiration if you can.
Really? Some sort of rat.
Platypus.
Weird names.
I'm going. I'm going to
Ratapus.
give it to Lionel.
What did you say, Lionel?
Yay, platypus.
Oh.
No, before
Oh,
that.
bunny. A rabbit bunny.
Did you say
Field.
bunny? I was going to say Otyug. Weird
The
name.
same thing.
Well, no, Otyug's a big rubbish monster.
I said a Ratatosaurus because I thought, that'd be really. Oh,
Hey,
wow.
uni bunny.
How cute is
that's
that?
farm.
It's an
Bunny.
Almirage.
Wow.
But these
Wow.
are
Unicorn
Almirages.
bunny.
How big is it?
Big
Is it
size.
bunny
Then it becomes less cute if it's
Big
30
bunny
feet
size.
tall.
Well, that's what I was worried about. If that suddenly jumps in front of us.
The bunny size, but you've not
Oh.
encountered them yet. You will do at some point.
Are they a Monty Python reference?
do they look like killer bunnies?
I don't know. I don't think the killer bunny looks like a killer bunny.
True, it looks
Oh,
like a cute white rabbit. Anyway,
Flying monkey. Maybe you'll get your ring back.
I was tempted to do diversion to try and catch my ring. Bastards. I will get my crossbow out ready.
I've done what I want to do with my little thing, so hopefully didn't see me.
but loads of.
It's weird. Whenever I mouse over Lionel, he's got this targeter aimed at me, which I'm worried about.
I'm targeting everyone, sorry, because of my speech inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
I can remove it now.
Still got Jade target.
So whatever, a lot of people target. You have to go from individually.
Monkeys! Thousands of them.
I don't see them. Well, I see them now. I was looking at. I thought they were in the center, but they're not. Look at that there. It says Flying Monkey 5, the one with the ring.
And they make a rather cacophonous sound as they all start landing and playing playfully on the side of the bank. They don't appear to be paying you much attention.
Do we kill them?
Just the one with my ring.
Do not know. They have not threatened us yet. Perhaps if they are not hungry, they will not bother us.
Didn't some? Oh, I'm not even near
I
you,
will
so I can't talk to
tighten
you.
my backpack so it's not so easy to get into.
Yeah, I did the same. Well, do we?
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Wobbly.
You know, will we consider camping here or something? Since it's apparently a good campsite. I don't know what type of day is it. Is it?
Well, it took you 3 hours, so
Are we thinking about a place to camp at all, or like?
it's about midday.
I presume we're not, crossing the entire plateau in one day.
I would not expect us to be doing that, but I'm still intrigued as to who lives here.
Yeah, we should find that out and maybe kill the monkeys. Let's just scare them. I don't know.
Move yourself closer, or are you going to investigate?
Do I see anything from where I'm standing?
Nope. Nothing more than they do.
I'm going to send Isle down.
Clement bravely moves forward.
Do you have a movement for Isle? How much do they move and stuff?
Yeah, don't worry about it for now.
I move it. I tell it to go over into this tent in here. Have a look around, and then come back out and tell me. Oh, I can't talk.
It all gets that far when a woman appears out of the far tent. She is hunchbacked.
I love her name.
Nanny poop. Yeah.
I don't know if I do actually. It's a bit. But anyway, that's what she's called. She looks like this.
You could say it's Papa rather than Poo Poo.
She looks like a gnome. No, an ugly gnome maybe.
Is she quite small and possessed of dainty feet?
She is small and possessed of dainty feet.
Tracks.
She's probably a witch or something.
Maybe there's fey gnomes.
See, flying monkeys, despite the fact they've got wings, they're natural creatures, aren't they?
They are, yes, actually. They're just unusual. Alright, the hutch is made from thatch, animal hides, and stretched over the rib cage of an immense reptile. You notice as you get closer. Animal skulls, wind chimes, and totems, and feathers and shells rattle in the breeze, and smoke drifts from the hut. A creature slowly shuffles around the hut, and out of it, hunched over in an animal-like posture, you realise it's a human woman, impossibly old, crippled by arthritis, blinded by cataracts, her dark face and bald pate?
Pate. Yep.
Never heard of that. Pate are outlined with streaks of yellow clay, suggesting the shape of a skull, or perhaps it's her shriveled flesh creating that illusion. Ah, tender young things, she says as she shuffles a little towards. Please, come closer to my fire. Come closer so I may see you. Do not be shy. Come.
Yeah, people
Cautious,
never say
'cause
that when they try to kill you, do
There's this whole fae thing going on. I'm not sure something else up here with her. Does she look Cholton, or is she too old to tell?
She's hard to tell, but she probably is Chilton. But her skin is impossibly old and withered, and yeah.
I will greet her in Cholton. What time of day is it?
It's just approaching midday.
Good day, old mother. What makes you stay here? Are you alone?
She replies in common, "Oh, but please, we do not need to speak that tongue here."
Okay, immediately suspicious. If you do, that means she doesn't. Can I make an insight check to see if I can work out if that's because she doesn't speak Cholton or if she's just offended?
Into the tower, please.
I've lost the 10. I think that's it.
You think she probably doesn't speak Chilton.
Okay. Not a capital crime. Sounds proud of her heritage to think you're here and you don't even speak the language.
I rarely get visitors. It is so nice to see newcomers. Please, come, share me knowledge of your tales.
Just walk cautiously forward and turn back nervously toward the others to see if they're following or not.
Yeah, follow.
Yep, following.
Ask her if these monkeys are hers.
Are these your monkeys?
Ah, yes, they are my friends. They will not harm you. As you look across, you see one is playing with a dagger that looks very familiar to you, Santa. It is indeed your dagger. The other one is playing with Lionel's signet ring. He's sort of like rolling it across the ground.
Which one?
Or which monkey or which signet ring? I thought we only had one.
Number.
Monkey
Oh,
number
ring.
9 has your signet ring.
Okay, first to die.
Marked.
Yep.
What do you do here, old mother, in the ruins of the once great city of Umbala?
I've lived here all my life. Sadly, the others have perished. The terror folk, you see, they took them. I presume I am too bony for their appetite. And they left
the
me.
who?
Terror folk, you have not heard of them?
Have I?
I don't know. Let's see if you have.
I might have accidentally read of them after the character recently for unknown reason or unclear reason.
You're quite quiet to me, actually, Badger. I'm struggling to work out what you said.
Forget it.
No, no, it's cool. What-
Well, I might know. Like, I might have accidentally figured something out about them researching something unrelated.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh
certainly
right, yeah.
possible.
I see where he's going with that. I see where he's going with that out of character. Yeah.
Oh,
Are they a
I
common
don't.
race?
They're not a common race, but you could all still have a role on it. I believe it will be the monstrosities. What's that come under?
There's Arcana, religion, history.
Arcana or history, I'll say. Whichever you prefer.
No, I certainly don't. I rolled a 1. It's not showing up. Why isn't that showing up?
It's showing up. It shows up after me.
Oh my god, I fancy
Oh,
grounds.
mine hasn't updated. I think that's why, because Fantasy Grounds
Mine
has
hasn't
gone
either.
bluey
I've
on
got Glummer
Skellen side.
16, Barlin 4, Sana 3.
3.
My roll didn't register.
As your crashed, we're out too.
Yeah, unless you can get it reconnected quickly.
Uh,
I just rolled a natural 20 as well. I can't believe
Neither can
No,
we.
no one's seen it.
that. I did, honest. Never
Closed
lie.
in some of these pictures, so
I'm a paladin. I'd never lie.
It's like the separation of church and state.
I'm
You
gonna.
need to separate
I
in and
think,
out of character
I think it
commentary.
was Clary casting some sort of spell to make everything break down. Not getting the redial thing, so I don't think we're connecting.
I aren't disconnected yet.
Yes, I'm saying we're not getting the things in. You're trying to
Nope.
connect.
Host connection.
Host
lost.
connection lost just popped up.
There's me worrying about my internet connection.
Maybe Skellen's one has been shouldering the extra load for you. She's keeping
Yeah,
up the ghost.
not enough.
Connection attempt 1 failed.
Bomb, bomb, bomb.
I'm logging in as we speak.
And I know the next attempt will be. I think it only gives you 2 attempts, then it puts you.
I get the distinct feeling this encounter could go either way. But the fact that Skellen's currently got them all coloured as enemies is making me think it's going to go one way.
Oops. Well, no, it puts them on by default as enemies, so
I know.
nothing like that. Okay, it's back up, so if we log in, I'll be back in a sec.
It literally just threw me out.
I'm just logging in now. I've got a cliff face between it and me, so I feel a bit safer.
So you can probably use magic.
I feel safer. I don't think I am safe. Just all the flame monkeys.
Like having a gun.
Also depends how high the cliff is. Because if it's like a 30-foot cliff, the flying monkeys can still get to you, but effectively none of us can get to you via a direct line. So
I'm invisible currently. Well, I didn't see
I'm
what the
reconnecting as
rules
well.
are to spot me. There we go.
oh, did you hide already? Cool.
It just takes a bit of time to load up the garter part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's choking on something at the minute. I don't know what it is.
Probably lies.
Yeah, two
choking on
players moaning at me. I was talking too much. I was so gutted. 2 of them.
Okay, I think we've nearly got everyone back in.
Yep.
But we have got everyone back.
I think I was the last person to get select my character.
And let me find the damn map.
You remember what the dice rolls were?
I got a 3, you got a 4, Glimmer got a 14.
No, he got 16. It's only 3 I saw, so I don't know what the rest of the other 2 got. So they have to re-roll again.
Gaz apparently got a 20. Apparently.
That was a lie.
Oh, was it 12? Sorry. I thought it was 20.
Means Warbling just needs to roll now. History or Arcana?
Oh, it's exactly the same as I got last time I rolled, but you didn't see it.
I genuinely don't know what I rolled last time. I didn't get to see it.
This is about Terrafolk, isn't it? What was the highest we've got?
16 with Glimmer.
16.
So I shouldn't have rolled twice. That was Jade if she knew about Terrafolk.
Jay knows all about the Terrafolk.
But she's a dumb, you know.
Well, she only got 9 the first one.
She got
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't help.
Starts miming.
Okay,
Ooh.
so
Ooh,
Yeah.
X's.
limit Terrafolk are 10-foot tall, massive, winged reptilian bipeds. They're native to Chult. They're malevolent isolationists. They regard most other creatures as their enemies. In Chultan culture, Terrafolk are often referred to as Terrafolk.
Okay.
As in Terror rather than
Yeah.
DTER. Right.
That's it, sorry. For their habit of swooping down from the sky to snatch whatever and whomever they can, then transporting treasure and loot and their food back to their roosts. Terrafolk have 20-foot wide wingspans and give birth to live young. Ancient rituals once bestowed upon Terrafolk the ability to assume the forms of pterodons and wingless lizards, but those rituals are said to be long forgotten. Terrafolk have no special immunities that you know of. They are reasonably intelligent and essentially fight using their flying ability to the best extent.
That time that Glimmet spent in the library back in Port Nyanzaru is really paying off.
It is, yeah.
Before that, I lived in the library. Are they intelligent? I cut out for a minute. How smart are they?
They are sort of average humanoid type intelligence.
So they're sentient.
Maybe a little dumb, but not. Yeah, they're sentient.
Maybe in the past, because they did rituals, they must have had some sort of magical abilities.
Well, I'll say I find it hard to believe the Terrafolk would leave you alone simply because they view you as scrawny, as you say, and I'll eye us suspiciously.
Is Terrafolk a thing?
Whatever their reason, they have left me be. I do not know why. Perhaps I am just fortunate. I do pray to the spirits often. Perhaps they have protected me some.
And do you know where we can find them? Where they live?
Find them, yes, that would be of great help to me. You would be doing a kindness to a dear old lady.
Yeah, they probably have a lot of loot.
They have a roost on the other side of the peninsula here, the other side of the plateau. It is a cave in the sheer rock face, most difficult to get to. But I know of a way. There is a chimney, a tunnel that leads down to the rear of their lair. You could, if you wished. take that route and surprise them. Surprise them, you would.
Well, chances are, they might attack us anyway since we're traveling. We might as well take them out, right?
Well, we'll have to travel away from this pinnacle sooner or later. Yes, you're right. That there would be a threat. Glimmet, in your studies, are these creatures malignant?
Yes, very.
Old Mother, are these? Well, this was once a great city of Chult. Are you saying that these Terra folk are responsible for the slaughter here?
Oh yes, it is such a shame. This area used to ring with the laughter of children. The lovers used to walk the glades here, but they are no more. I can still hear their screams to this day as the Terra folk descended upon them.
How many of these Terra folk are there? The number of skulls at the front here were many hundreds of people here.
Yes, however, if you are so grief-stricken by the loss of your city, why do you keep these piles of skeletons so grotesquely arrayed around your home?
It's well, the Gupatari, the goblins. They fear them. Superstitious they are. It keeps me safe.
Insight check.
Into the tower, if
This
you
is I'm
would.
watching the old lady. Oh, and Lionel did divine sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it seems pretty reasonable, Sandra. I don't know whether. Well, you can't tell either way, really, whether
Okay.
she's lying or not. It's entirely up to you.
She didn't like wink blatantly at one of the monkeys as he was talking.
She didn't wink at the monkeys. No.
It's the Batari goblins. Wink at them.
All right, but Lionel, your divine sense there. What does? Could you refresh my memory on exactly what that does?
I know the location of any celestial fiend or undead, but also, excuse me, and the type of them. But also, I can detect any presence or any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated.
You detect nothing.
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 Right.
Can't be that bad.
Lionel doesn't like whom with a glow when he does that. Not immediately obvious, but it's like whom, and this bolt of energy like emanates out from around him.
I imagine he probably needs to maybe like shut his eyes and concentrate or something like that. I'm going to say it's not necessarily obvious he's doing it.
Cool.
Unless it says anything different in the actual description of it, I'm happy for him to. He'll perhaps look as if he's a bit distracted or something for a while. You know, he'll have to be concentrating heavily on doing that. But
He's constipated. That's what you're saying.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, he would look.
It probably looks like I'm sniffing a bad fart, because if I am, because that's how I get it, is by bad smells.
Yeah, it
I
would.
don't know,
Yeah.
I suppose celestial stuff comes through. It's a nice smell, doesn't it? Or a ringing
Oh
bell.
yeah, if it's good things, but we've never come across anything bloody good.
Not yet. Anyway.
But I'm so pleased you've come here. Please, I have some meat here. You may eat if you wish. Keep your strength up.
I'll go and examine the meat.
I have not seen your kind before, gnome. You are a gnome. You have a peculiar appearance to me.
If you say so. There are many peculiar things around here. I would have thought peculiarity was the norm.
What wonderful hair you have, so white, and please, may I take a lock from your hair? I would love to decorate.
That's bad.
It would bring me luck, I'm sure.
Look, no, you seem to me to be.
Oh, it would please me. Look at the. You can see she
No,
has
I'll
got
be
lots of
blunt.
things hanging up.
Let me be blunt to say no. You could use my hair to gain power over me. I shall not be handing that over willingly. And he inspects the meat.
Young people these days, so distrustful.
Glimmet is a cloistered scholar. His ways are his own.
I understand. You seem much more reasonable and so young.
I've come to this area to find out what became of my people. I've travelled a long way.
Your people. She studies your face. But please come closer. Let me look upon your face.
I'll lean closer to her, still being a little untrustworthy and ready to grab a javelin out of the quiver at a moment's notice.
She reaches forward.
Probably a spear.
You feel a hair being pulled out of your head.
She reaches forward with a withered, sort of gnarly hand. You can see there's all dirt underneath her fingernails, and she just caresses your cheek a little. You can see she's sort of peering in between like cataract dimmed eyes. You are of a Shao.
Yes, that is the correct term, yes.
Long has it been since I have seen your kind.
How
Such a
long have you
tragedy.
been here alone?
Alone here, oh, 50 years, 50, aye, around there. As she leans closer, you'll feel a sharp pain on the side of your head, Santa, as she pulls her hand back, and you see she's got a few strands of your hair. I'm sorry,
Okay,
my
I'll
dear. You do not mind.
look at her funny. Rub the side of her head. Whisper something at Jade, and Donosar growls lightly at her.
Oh, and what a lovely creature we have.
Stay back.
So, come to me, little one. Come
And
to
I'll
me.
scratch the side of her head.
Okay, you scratch the side of her head.
So,
Nanny. Sorry, go
Did
ahead.
we notice that she took her hair from Salah?
Oh yeah, you saw Sana react, and she like rubs the side of her head.
You will, yeah, you'll all notice that, yeah.
Okay, I find that a bit suspicious because I heard that's the thing witches do. So I'm going to say, where's my intimidation? Hey, why are you taking her hair? What was that for? Don't do that. That's nefarious.
Oh, please, do not threaten such an old and a sickly woman. I mean no harm. It's been so long since I've seen the hair of youth.
Limit, can you like detect bad magic?
That's a new spell. Detect bad. Not just detect magic. Detect bad.
There's no such thing as bad magic. Something
Oh,
bad magic users.
you're such a magic apologist.
Like, can I make an Arcana check to actually know what she could do with the hair?
Absolutely, yeah. There's untold nasty things you could do with somebody's hair. One of the worst, you can make a simulacrum, you could create a copy of someone, you can curse them, inflict them with all sorts of diseases. There's an endless list of nasty things you could do with somebody's hair. Create juju's dolls of them and stick pins in them. And
Is there anything nice you can do with somebody's hair?
Oh yes, you can make like love potions and that kind of thing.
My immediate reaction to that
With any
comment was,
luck,
clearly
you'll be
know
falling in
some
love with
proper
someone.
broken shit. Why did you even learn that stuff, Clem? It's terrible.
I think I'd simply be spouting my knowledge at this point, uncaring if that she knows that I know that everyone who knows what. I'll just say, yeah, you've taken some of Sam's hair. You could use that to curse her or create a voodoo doll. Or
Anna's looking quite worried at all of this. She understands barely half of it. Is this true?
Oh, yeah, I would not know. It was merely a trinket for me. Here, I mean no harm. And she'll step forward and hand the lock of hair back to you, Santa.
I'll take it back. Feeling a
Was
bit
that all the
guilty for
hair
having
It was
reacted.
taken.
No, I did.
And
You said a couple of strands. How many has she returned?
Don't keep track of a hair count.
You need to.
Something important.
Did you hear all the horrible things she could do to you?
perhaps
Oh,
you
the
could
fire's lit, isn't it? Because I'll throw the
Yeah,
strands of
fire's
hair on the
lit.
fire. I'm not going to hold them and get rid of them.
You suddenly burst into flames.
Yeah.
Her eyes follow the strands of hair as they go into the flame and burn.
could you teach me something of the arts that you know?
Oh, I know little of the arts.
Belittle her and say all the evil stuff she's going to do, and then say, "Can you teach me now?"
I know.
Of course I will. Now you've just
Perhaps
mocked
if
me.
we were to eliminate these terrafolk for you,
Oh, if
perhaps
you,
some kind of exchange of some sort.
oh, I would. Oh, yes. If you could get rid of the terrafolk for me, I would gladly teach you anything that I know. Limit. As you know,
Such as please.
I can tell from your tone you are a lover of the arts.
Oh yes, I do enjoy a good book.
And this little one, she says, and turns to Jade once more. Such a good little thing. Perhaps you would like to stay with me.
No. She is my companion. You step too far, the little mother.
I mean no offence. It's such a nice to have a little pet friend.
You have your monkeys. Gesturing back towards them all.
True, we must be happy, thankful for what we do have, because you never know when you lose it. Like us here in the village, one day everyone happy, and sadly everything withers to nothing.
That almost sounded like a threat.
I'm sure it wasn't.
Divine energy whizzes around. Lionel, did you cast that? Did you, Lionel?
Yep, I am not trusting this woman at all.
All right. Now, I can, for this exchange, show you the entrance to the chimney where you may descend to defeat the terrafolk. It is not far.
Kindly do so.
Show you, I shall. She's turning into Yoda now, sorry. And then she...
Can I request my ring back from her monkey? He stole something of mine.
Ring? Oh, they mean nothing by it. They are so playful and curious, little ones. She looks up to the top and waves towards it. Come here. there. And as it lands, she grabs its ear and squeezes and sort of twists the creature's ear. It yelps in pain and drops the signet ring. She releases its ear and smiles sweetly as she places it on the palm of her hand and offers it back to you, Lionel.
Damn it.
Can I mage hand it off her hand into Lionel's palm?
So that'll do.
Sure. Your mage hand appears and it moves over onto Lionel. She looks over at you, Glimmet, and says, "Oh, we have so much we could teach each other, perhaps. I look forward to our conversation when you return."
As do I.
Very well, then let us be about it. No time like the present. She'll
Yes, this
start
chimney.
She starts to hobble off. And she'll take you up onto the ledge and lead you sort of across to a small entranceway just in the ground, a small cave. It's probably only a sort of a couple of foot wide. You'll be able to, and it leads sort of straight down into the plateau itself, so you'll be able to shimmy down it like a chimney by sort of pressing your arms against each side if you wish. It goes most vertically down by the look of it. I wish you good luck. Do you go down and descend into the darkness?
I'll send my owl down first, just to make sure.
Oh, you can look down, can't you? You have a look down, and you can actually see a bottom to it, and it looks like it sort of opens into a cave, probably about 80 foot down. And you can still send your owl down as well, of course.
What's the ground like at the top of the chimney?
Nothing particularly special about it. Overgrown. It doesn't look like it's been used at all. Doesn't look like anything goes down it, but overgrown.
Okay. Anything I could tie a rope to?
Yes, there's plenty of sort of trees and things around.
Take a length of the silk rope. We're not sure if there's a way out at the bottom, and have it ready to drop the rope down the hole, ensure that we can get back out again without having much trouble.
All right. And do you say you were sending the owl down anyway, Glimmet?
Just to make sure there is no immediate death trap down there. Otherwise, I'll climb down.
How far down is it going?
It can communicate within 100 feet, so I think it'll go 100 feet.
Let's go right to the bottom.
Yeah.
All right. It flaps down to the bottom and
Is eaten.
I mean, I'm using my action at the moment to look through its eyes.
noted. In which case, I'll just share this just with you. I think I'm a can. Has that shared a map with you, Glimmet?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so the owl will appear just where the red circle is there. You can see it as some sort of cavern. It appears empty at the moment. You can see a faint ray of light coming from the far side, indicating that it probably does reach out into the cliff face.
That is enough for me. I'll fly back up and say there is a cave down there with an opening with sunlight. Though I'm not sure if there are any occupants of the cave. let's be cautious.
I think caution is advisable.
Okay, and as you all descend into the darkness on the hunt for massive 20-foot tall killer terrorfolk, this is where I think I will leave it for this week, and the credits will roll.
Can I just check that it doesn't look scorched or anything like that? This chimney we're going down.
Nope, doesn't look scorched
I've
at
been-
all.
I've been down a chimney before, didn't end well.
It's not that sort of chimney, it's a...
Make sure there's no levers down there.
Didn't see any levers. Alright, well, sorry that was perhaps a little bit slow this evening, but it
Yeah,
was
cool.
cool
Thank
anyway.
you very much.
And we'll continue next week, I believe. And then, John, if you just want to let me know whenever you want to take the slot back. And whatever.
Yeah, no worries. I'll let you know. I said it's going to be a fair few weeks yet.
Cool.
I thought your witch was very good.
Yes, I did too. I mean, I'm sure there's something more to her because Terrafolk aren't Fae, the monkeys aren't Fae. She has to be unless there's something else we haven't found in the area. So, out of character, don't trust her. And it hasn't had enough information yet, but he's a
I like a name
freaky
as
old
well.
lady, crazy old lady.
Well,
Can't trust her.
None of you's looked inside the tents yet, so maybe all the Fae are in there. And cages,
Worth a look, I think, for you to do
Well,
that.
she didn't ping Lionel's senses either.
No, so she's not fiend or...
But well, yeah, I didn't detect any of the fiends or anything else up here. So
But there's also nothing of that sort in this area as well, so she's not made any ritual or anything like that.
Well, 60 feet.
Well, yeah,
Well,
Lionel's
that covers
feet,
this
mine's a
whole
mile.
area, though.
Some X for the session.
is that enough for anyone? No, it's
Nah,
You're all
we're
miles off of it.
miles away.
How
Yeah,
close?
4,279 out of 6,500.
Can I use my bit of hand skill and steal everyone's XP? Thank you.
Quick question, Skull, on the actions front, which I need to confirm. Thrown weapons. I know that I use Dex to target them, but is it strength for damage on thrown weapons?
Oh, it makes sense. Yeah, it should be, surely.
I thought throwing weapons were all strength based.
Apparently, the to hit is Dex.
Was it?
Apparently.
I thought it was just the case now of whether it's finesse or light or whatever they call it.
Short answer then, John, is I don't know. I'll find out.
Is it not in the rule book or anywhere?
Should be.
Trying to find it all over. Because basically, you use your Dex modifier to attack roll and damage roll when attacking with a ranged weapon, but then it goes such as a sling or a longbow.
So let's go to see weapon properties. 147, 146.
There's going to be an item somewhere, isn't it? About?
Oh, it says here, if you throw a hand axe, you use your strength, but if you throw a dagger, you use either your strength or your dex, since the dagger has a finesse property.
Right, so if javelins or rapiers, or javelins or spears, sorry, have either of those, then it's a choice, otherwise it's just strength.
Says, yeah, if the weapon has a thrown property, you can throw the weapon to make a ranged attack, so it'll be ranged then. If the weapon is a melee weapon, you can use the same ability modifier for that attack roll and damage roll that you would use for a melee attack for the weapon. For example, if you throw a hand axe, you use your strength, but if you throw a dagger, you use either your strength or dexterity, since the dagger has the finesse property.
So javelin is just 1d6 piercing, so that would be strength.
I don't have javelin in my list anymore. It's weird.
That back